Hey everyone, it's Zach with Palantir Research. Palantir is down over 9% today at today's close, and there's more news to actually report driving this price action down, but some good news too actually, hence the bonus Palantir daily episode. So first, the bad news, Palantir gets a negative analyst report, where they're concerned about a large Army contract renewal being much smaller than expected or possibly at risk. Essentially, at an industry event, Army officials had some statements that could be taken as a negative for Palantir, and some specifically calling them out. And this contract in question is a $458 million 4-year contract that's up for renewal, and that's in less than 2 weeks. So the main issue is vendor lock-in and possibly intellectual property concerns from the Army. So I'm not sure completely on the validity since this contract details and licenses aren't just out here to review, but it sounds like this can be bureaucratically motivated or politically, but also for the optics end too. If you have a vendor like Palantir gaining lots of power with their platform, will they try to lock out even the Army out of their own data as IP? Now, as investors, I wouldn't think that's an issue for them to do, at least philosophically, but if for some reason the contracts aren't clear and need to be fixed up to make sure that doesn't happen, then I'm sure something can be done here, but more to see on that. And then the other issue for this analyst is that they expect the contract to be carved up amongst other vendors, hence lowering the total amount Palantir can get. So it's not like we can get anything at this point if it's up in 2 weeks, but I'll be in a wait and see moment on what happens after the dust settles from these issues. And to note at the end, this is an underperform or sell rating without a price target from William Blair. Now, talking about the Army as well, Palantir CTO Shyam Sankar released awesome photos with Palantir branded headsets, and that's showing off the mixed reality and IC2 products in action. This was announced at the Software for Government event that Palantir hosted a while ago, and we get to see them now, and this can look for actual users. So it might seem silly to think, but just having the screen there is a game changer, honestly, when bringing together all your info together, and you're not just limited by your computer monitor. So it's more to see if Shyam releases more goodies in the future in here, and it's nice because I see the Palantir community looking at the different vehicles that they're doing this in the background. And then the best news of the day, I'd say Palantir released a new big blog post on their AIP virtual tables. This was actually demonstrated in a demo last week that I covered, but the biggest news here is the customer example and their quote from Tyson Foods. So they go over the course the merits and all the important things that organizations can do with virtual tables, and you can go over this on your own time here since there's pretty much a lot of details. The big news here though is that the customer quote from Tyson is that in just a few minutes they were able to register all 1,700 golden tables in their BigQuery data lake, and from there it seemed seamless, and it allowed them to do all these positives that they mentioned in the article, with them actually estimating for their cloud cost savings of around 40 to 50% cut because of duplicate data processing and storage being fixed. And this is a real issue for organizations all across the world and industries. Even for my own place of employment, just getting to a single source of truth has always been an issue at every single organization I've worked for, and I've had to deal with personally as an analyst, especially when creating reports for C-suite executives. And in reality, multiple ones exist at an org, and Palantir seems to have made a way to streamline this. So over time, we'll see if this is kind of marketing that can ramp up adoption of Palantir's AIP, and will be another avenue for a customer to get into the Palantir ecosystem. But thanks for tuning in to this bonus Palantir Daily, and I'll see you in the next one.